10 reasons why you should vote for Peter Obi and why he will win the 2027 elections. By Mazi Tunde Ednot, as posted on X, formerly Twitter. He wrote, and I quote, 1. Not a single case of fraud was initiated against him. Peter Obi is the only governor in Nigeria's history who left approximately 75 billion naira in savings for his successor. While many critics mentioned state money shouldn't be saved, the question is, would you rather have a governor who saves our commonwealth or a governor that initiates high-priced, inflated, shoddy projects and steal our commonwealth? While other candidates' background is mixed with high-profile criminal or civil cases, an internet search will prove to you that Peter Obi is not linked to any of such. 2. Peter Obi's background and identity is nothing hidden and will not pay millions to hide his identity from the citizens he presides over. Peter Obi's identity and background has been open and consistent throughout his political career. We know the school he attended and can verify same. 3. He is the only candidate with organic fan base. Ask Labour Party today. They don't seem to be what they used to be yesterday. The reason Labour Party became popular is because of the obedient fan base. While you may hate this fan base, they are willing to go any length and do anything to ensure the emergence of Peter Obi as the president-elect in the next year elections. One attribute of the obedient fan base is that you do not need 5,000 naira to buy them. They are a bunch of mentally liberated people who understand governance and that they deserve better than the current crops of politicians in our public offices. They cannot be manipulated with religion and tribe. That's why the demographics of the obedient movement cuts across all tribes and religion. You'd find a northern obedient, a Yoruba obedient, etc. How do I know? Peter Obi won Lagos and Abuja flawlessly in the last election and will easily repeat in 2027. Hence, the hate for the obedient movement is understandable, a force you cannot buy nor control. We understand APC is frustrated and it is okay. 4. Drug proliferation since APC took charge in 2015. It is pathetic that before 2015, we hardly had the hard drug problem, but since wresting power from PDP, it seems like our borders were flung open to every kind of hard drugs from Molly to ice to coke, etc. It seems the leaders of tomorrow are on the street popping Molly and ice. How can they become leaders if the government repeatedly fails them? 5. APC and their penchant for whitewashing individuals of questionable background. The on-your-mandate crooner style of leadership seems enshrined in finding loyalty in people of questionable background. The reason is obvious. They are easy to control and will fall back in line whenever their dubious past is brought back on. Tell me why Chief Ayo Oke, wanted by the EFCC for $43 million, would be the most qualified candidate to be a Nigerian ambassador. 6. The current regime and her policies have failed woefully. Since the start of this administration, life has been hell for citizens and inflation has been on a geometric rise. The price of PMS has increased by approximately 400% and the value of Naira has dipped by approximately 500% against the US dollar. We are 3 years into the Tinubu administration, yet the verbiage of the mandate crooners is still in the future tense. When will Nigerians start feeling the effect of these poor economic policies? 7. The current administration preaches homemade, but the public office holders have done the opposite. From the purchase of police cars to purchase of official cars for NASS members, I am certain the Lagos House of Assembly members will not be purchasing Nord or Innoson as their official cars. 8. On issues of security, APC and the current admin has no idea how to tackle the insecurity ravaging our nation. They seem clueless and bereft of working solutions. We need a leader that cares and has empathy for her citizens, not a president who travels around and fails to speak to citizens while they are being murdered by bandits or terrorists. 9. The current administration has beyond doubt massively divided our youths along religious and ethnic lines. At this time, we can only hope for a humble individual loved by all and can once again unite us as a country. 10. The current administration is an elitist government that takes away from the poor and gives to the rich, with the no-consequence treatments of A. 210 trillion naira allegedly stolen from NNPCL, B. Underreporting of oil revenues, and C. Mismanagement reported against former NMDPRA Farouk by Dangote. It is clear that this government is not serious about its citizens. Instead, citizens are being punished by useless tax laws, fraudulently tampered with by crooked public officials. This administration is conveying only one message: pay taxes to fund our extravagant lifestyles. End of quote. This write-up goes beyond political support. It is a layered critique of governance and leadership culture in Nigeria. The author deliberately starts with integrity because leadership credibility is the foundation upon which all policies rest. In a country plagued by corruption allegations and unresolved scandals, the emphasis on Peter Obi's clean record is not accidental. It speaks to a national yearning for accountability. The discussion around savings versus spending exposes a deeper ideological divide. One school of thought believes leadership is about visible projects regardless of cost, while the other emphasizes prudence and sustainability. Obi's record is presented as evidence that governance can be responsible without being extravagant. The obedient movement is analyzed not merely as a political base, but as a sociological phenomenon. Its organic nature signals a shift from transactional politics to issue-driven participation. This is why it unsettles traditional political structures. It cannot be easily bought, intimidated, or divided along ethnic or religious lines. The concerns raised about drug proliferation highlight state failure at both policy and enforcement levels. When institutions weaken, social decay accelerates. A nation that neglects its youth today mortgages its future tomorrow. On elite protection and selective justice, the author underscores how compromised leadership leads to compromised institutions. Loyalty over competence creates a cycle of mediocrity and impunity that ultimately harms national development. Economic hardship is treated not as abstract data, but as lived experience. Inflation, fuel price hikes, and currency collapse affect food, transport, healthcare, and dignity. When government communication remains stuck in promises while citizens suffer, frustration becomes inevitable. Peter Obi represents not just a candidate, but an alternative governance philosophy, one centered on discipline, empathy, unity, and accountability. Whether one agrees fully or not, the issues raised demand serious reflection, because elections are not only about winning power, but about redefining what leadership should mean in Nigeria.